Hi everybody, Andrew here. I hope you're all well, and for those of you in Sydney, you're coping with this second lockdown okay. I did just want to reach out to you though and let you know about a potentially significant change that the government has recently enacted in relation to self-managed super funds, or SMSFs, and they've just passed legislation that enables there now to be 6 members within an SMSF, up from the previously mandated 4. So this has led to a number of my clients asking me questions specifically in relation to whether or not I should now bring my children into my SMSF, because you can obviously now have up to 4 children as well as their parents inside one fund. And the answer, of course, as to whether this should be done is always depends, but there are some pretty significant pros and maybe a couple of cons that you should think about before doing this. On the pros side, having more members inside an SMSF potentially can drive down costs. It can also potentially increase the asset pool being invested, therefore enabling further diversification, potentially access to certain investments that you may not be able to currently access if you've got a smaller pool of investments. And also there's potentially some advantages if some members move offshore for a period of time. It's much more easy to prove that central management and control stays inside Australia, whereas before that might have meant the SMSF had to be wound up. I think the other big one is that we're frequently asked by our clients, how do I get my children involved in investments and the investment decision-making process, and how do I pass on the knowledge that I've gleaned over the years, and how do I get them involved in superannuation, which for particularly young adult children seems like it's a long, long way off before they would have to rely on. And having adult children inside an SMSF really can tick that box, I believe, by getting them involved in the decision-making process around investments and getting them involved in superannuation and getting an understanding of it. Look, of course, there are things to consider on the other side as well. And look, primarily amongst these is, having extra members can often complicate things and make there, potentially some more issues around agreements and disagreements. And I think the last thing that you probably need to sort of consider in relation to that is that basically if there's a different time frame or different investment strategy between you and your kids, you may need to run some segregated investment strategies there. But as always, we're here to help out, so please give us a call or reach out to us if you'd like to discuss this in any further detail, and we look forward to hearing from you soon. See you next time.